My name is Kyle, 35 years old, a software engineer living in Charlotte, North Carolina. For a long time, I believed I was living the perfect life with the perfect woman. Emma, my wife, was 32, with golden hair, a body shaped by years of yoga, and a fragrance that always reminded me of vanilla. Her pricey shampoo left it lingering in the air. She smiled like she had nothing to hide, kissed as if secrets didn't exist, and made me trust in the comfort of stability, of home, of peace. But while I gave her devotion and loyalty, she longed for something else, something darker I couldn't see at the time. The distance between us didn't appear overnight. It crept in slowly, almost unnoticed, like poison spreading drop by drop. Her body was still there beside me, but her spirit seemed elsewhere. Showers grew longer, her phone was always placed face down, she suddenly cared more about lacy lingerie than the dinners we used to share, and she no longer reached for me the way she once had. I told myself she was simply tired, maybe going through a phase. I convinced myself she was still mine. But I was lying to myself. One Thursday night, everything changed. I had been scheduled for a business trip to Atlanta, 2 days away, but the meeting was cancelled at the last minute. I decided to return home quietly, without sending her a message, planning to surprise her. When I arrived, the house was dim, candles lit in the hallway, soft R&B playing upstairs. I actually smiled, thinking she was planning something special for me. Then I reached the top of the stairs and heard it. Low moans, the creak of a mattress, a rhythm I recognized but not from us. My chest tightened, my feet felt like stone, and I pushed open the guest room door. What I saw shattered everything. On our spare bed was a man, shirtless, jeans halfway undone, and Emma, wearing only a silk robe, straddling him, her head tilted back, eyes closed in pleasure. The moment she noticed me standing there, she froze. Her lips parted but nothing came out. The man leapt up, fumbling for his shirt. Emma clutched at the robe, trying to cover herself. "Kyle, I thought you were in Atlanta," she whispered in shock. "That's what you think matters right now?" I snapped. The man started to speak. "Look, man, I didn't." I raised my hand. "Get the hell out of my house." He ran down the stairs barefoot, shoes in his hands. Emma stood in front of me, wrapped in that ridiculous silk robe, tears running down her face. Later, we sat on opposite sides of the couch. My voice was sharp when I asked, "Who is he?" "His name's Ryan. I met him at yoga." "How long has this been going on?" Her tears kept falling. 2 months. "Did you bring him here every time I was gone?" She shook her head, sobbing. "Only twice." I let out a bitter laugh. "Did you think I'd never find out?" "I don't know. I wasn't thinking. I felt alive again." Alive. That was the word she chose. As if life with me had been nothing but death. That night I packed a bag and walked out. No screaming, no dramatic fight, just silence, heavy and final. I rented a small condo downtown. The walls were bare, the rooms cold, but it was peaceful. No tainted sheets. No ghosts of betrayal. I blocked her number, determined not to hear from her again. But then came the email. The subject line read, "I need you to read this." Her message was short. "Kyle, I don't deserve even a second of your time, but I need to tell you something. I'm late. I took 3 tests. There's a real chance the baby isn't yours." I stared at the screen for a long time, then let out a bitter laugh, the kind that tastes like pain. Weeks later, I met her at a clinic. She looked worn down, pale, no makeup, just a frightened woman sitting in a cold waiting room. We took the paternity test, and I waited 2 weeks for the results. When they came, the truth was final. 0% chance Kyle Matthews is the biological father. I mailed her the result in a blank envelope. She didn't reply, not with words. But I heard later she spent hours crying, curled up in the same bed where she once moaned another man's name. 2 years passed. I rebuilt my life. I earned a promotion, moved to Miami, and started dating again. Emma had the baby alone. The man disappeared, leaving her with the consequences. I came across a photo once on Facebook, a boy with her blue eyes and a jawline that wasn't mine. She looked happy in the picture, or maybe just pretending the way she used to. Sometimes, late at night, I still remember the scent of that house or the sound of her whispering another man's name. But it doesn't hurt anymore. All I feel now is freedom. Because while she gambled everything for a few heated nights, I walked away with something priceless, my soul.